You are ready for the next and the final panel from the insurance vertical. Um, let's invite on the stage, on the seat, if you are on the stage, already on the stage. So please take seat Philip Cioban from Telios Care, Ștefan Vâju from Telepau, and Franco Simic from Companion. These are... Philip, can I help you? Or everything is good?
I'm just getting my bearings.
Okay. Okay, today we'll continue the discussion related to the products that we started in the previous panel. We will have, let's say, more dive in on the embedded products and the future of embedded products. We have here speakers with great experience from different areas, not just from insurance, because we want to see their opinion related how their services could be sold together with specific insurance products, and also a companion who already implemented embedded products in some services. But prior to discuss about that, please allow to do the presentation of each speaker. We will start with Philip. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, hey, it works. I don't even have to press a button. This is great. Hi, I'm Philip Cioban, founder and CEO of Telios Care. Romanian, but actually born in the States, okay? Entrepreneur my whole life. First time in healthcare, though. Entrepreneur mostly in manufacturing, starting in Hong Kong, China, Singapore, Indonesia, India, and ending up here now, okay? And I feel at home, so thank you very much. I ended up in the healthcare business because of a personal story. Very quickly, I married a Romanian girl in 1997. Took her back to the States, but in 2004, at the age of 44, when she was a clinical nurse at Cleveland Clinic. At the age of 44, she was diagnosed with a genetic Alzheimer's form. So by 2006, she didn't know who she was anymore. She didn't know who I was anymore. So in 2007, I moved her back to Romania because I could afford the health care here. No, I could afford assistance here. Let's put it like that and everything. And having to navigate the healthcare system from 2007 through 2015, when she passed away, that's when we decided to form Telios Care, or at least form the roadmap of it and everything. So we became live in 2017, and now in 2015 we were just named one of the top 100 growing companies in Europe. So I'm proud of that. And Eric's been a friend a long time now, and advisor, everything. So I'm learning a lot, and we're hoping to change the healthcare system even more, and we're doing our best to do so. That's it by me.
Thank you, Philip. Next is Ștefan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ștefan Vâju. I am a vet by education. My experience in insurance is 5 days and 4 hours. I'm joking. I'm trying to understand the insurance market for the last 5 years. I have experience in biotechnology, animal nutrition, IT, and other stuff. I did my first exit in 2012. It was a business about near-infrared spectrophotometry in animal nutrition. Sounds very sophisticated, but it's a laboratory actually. Nowadays, I'm running and also co-founding the Telepose, which is a veterinary telemedicine app and project. And yeah, I have also other or several projects on the education side, but not necessarily relevant in this moment. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Stefan.
Hi, everybody. I'm Franco, actually from Croatia, and thank you for inviting me to this event. I work in a company called Companion. To be honest, I don't know what to say, how to present the company. I don't know. Sometimes I say we are insurers, sometimes I say we are a technology. Actually, we are a fully regulated insurance company, underwriter, licensed to distribute, reinsurer. We are registered in Dublin, and we are more or less focused on insuring transactions. This is quite new area, and company is now live, I would say 5 years, maybe first 2.5 years we were most focused on kind of setting up the company, let's say the legal part, the compliance part, and in last 2.5 years we are in a phase of scaling up. I'm responsible for partnerships, more or less, let's say it in finance vertical. That's it.
Thank you, Franco. And if you have the mic, the first question is yours. So you have a great or huge experience launching embedded products in traditional ecosystems. What are the lessons that you have learned, and if you can share some of them with us?
Well, the lessons are quite painful, I would say, and we kind of don't run away from failures, I would say, right? So we are pioneers of true embedded solutions, and I would say the hardest lesson is that we learned we had one vision, and turns out that it was quite opposite of what partner actually expected to have, which means that we had to shift our idea of what we had in mind. That said, I want to kind of emphasize that it is really important that from the start, I would say, of creating a solution, we don't have off-the-shelf product. We always tailor the solution based on the data that customer or partner gives us. And from the start, you actually need to kind of change it. Usually insurers develop the product and then find the distribution, to say it like that. But from our point of view, it was completely different. We sit down with the partner, I would say, and look at the customer journeys, and based on that, we actually then, let's say, deliver the solutions. The pain was actually a lot of changes that, or a lot of releases, to say, until you kind of get the moment that the product is, first of all, profitable, I would say, and the customers actually buy it. This is the biggest lesson, and customers are actually the most important, because if nobody is buying it, then this means that I would say we didn't do a good product.
Thank you, Franco. Can you give us some example of one of your product, how it's working, a use case?
Yeah, I can, and actually this is something that I worked closely on. I would say it's my baby, and it's a country very close to you. So we have a product live with Erste Hungary. So who follows the markets, I would say, already knows that Erste, let's say, has a Vienna insurance group in behind. So you have a lot of kind of roadblocks before you actually even go in some development. But the beauty is, when I say this transactional insurance, actually we don't look at the traditional insurers as our competitors. I would say that we are more or less their, in a way, extended arm, right? So first, of course, we had a lot of troubles. Who is now this Companion? Nobody ever heard about this company. Why do they actually want to do? It's not allowed. We are owned by, doesn't matter, vice versa. But actually, when we show them what we want to do, then of course Vienna said at that moment, okay, leave us our traditional work. Anyways, you will take probably 1% of portfolio, which is nothing for them. And Erste has, in the George app, we integrated the product we call flight delay. Of course, you already heard about this product, but what we do, there is this European regulation that if your flight is delayed, then you have a right to reimburse. But that's a struggle as well. You need to go contact airline and file papers, whatever. And what we did there, we created a product and we fit it, let's say, in this part that is non-regulated by European regulation, which means that we cover first 2 hours of your delay, right? So we are, let's say, a lifestyle insurer, and we try to kind of make your negative experience into positive one. So what do? Actually, we exchange merchant codes. We heard a lot about data. We are data-driven insurance company, which means that the use case is when you buy an airplane ticket and pay it with either Erste card or through the George app, we exchange in behind merchant code. And basically, we push notification to customer. It looks like that Erste is doing everything. Basically, it's us, but everything is Erste branded. And basically, we do it in the right moment. This is the best thing that the customer sees. So you purchase the ticket and 2 seconds later, you get notification, do you want to buy flight delay? And all the onboarding is done digitally, which means that we actually, then you have a lot of these DPOs, data exchange and stuff like that. We don't exchange any heavy data with the customer, but customer needs to give us, for example, date of flight and number of flight. And through third-party provider, we integrate on your flight saying, okay, Eric, you are flying from Bucharest to Frankfurt, you confirm it, you pay it, Erste takes the money for the insurance. And what do? We actually in behind track your flight, and you are, let's say, in the terminal and your flight is delayed. There is some minimum threshold. And we start the claim process, completely different from these traditional insurers where you have to knock on door and fill out tons of papers. We just inform the customer, sorry that your flight is delayed, and here is the compensation, which means that we approve the claim, Erste pays out the money, and what do you have? Like, I would say you are pissed because your flight is delayed, and what do we cover there? Super expensive coffee, water at the airport, lounge bar, sandwiches or stuff like that. So basically the idea is that we have fully digital onboarding as well. What is actually most important for the customer is that we have fully digital claims. So actually we do have claims department, but they are all automatically triggered. It's not like we don't have some manual processes as well, but I would say that this product with Erste is fully digital, right? So basically, wherever there is some data, just imagine as we speak now how many transactions Visa has. You can attach personalized, I would say, offerings to each of these transactions.
A very innovative way to deliver embedded insurance and frictionless also. Congrats for that. I didn't see many companies who are doing that in the insurance ecosystem, maybe because it's not very handful to do that. Stefan, I know that you are delivering telemedicine services for our little friends. And okay, through the pet owners, yes. How difficult is to, I don't know, add some insurance product to your core and standard services? Because at least in Romania, but also I discussed with Adam from Hungary, there are a huge request for pet insurance services or pet products, or pet insurance products. Did you find tech providers, insurers who are open to provide these kind of services, ready to be integrated in your platform?
Okay. Before answering, okay, I'll try to answer him just by give you some numbers to better understand also the potential of pet insurance market, which is quite huge, and I honestly think that it's not only about the market itself, the potential, which is a couple billions euro. It's about also the data that you can gather and understand and correlate with the health and lifestyle of the pet parents. It's not anymore called pet owner. It's not politically correct, so it's pet parent. You know, we actually lost a deal because of that. You know, it's a pet parent, especially post-pandemic. But in the previous panel, there was a question about the lifestyle. You asked the question, and health also, or well-being. And there is a huge correlation between the health status of a pet and the family that is part of. And also you can create some predictive models which can give you some, including some financial tools to better position your products in the future. Now, if we're talking about Romania and comparing with other parts of Europe and the world, the situation is like, let's say, in human health. You know, the level of education is below average. There is a high level of superficiality. I'll just give an example. Look, just to make a comparison, and I'm doing that because there is a high correlation here also from health point of view. Romania has the highest rate of cervical cancer in women and highest mortality in Europe. And that is because the women, they're not going to do the annual checkup on Papa Nicolau and HPV. It's the same on the other things which are related with the health status, whatever is human or pet, the prevention. So we're not caring about that, and that also brings a huge stone of a financial burden at some point, you know. So answering to a question, we were trying to talk with insurance company or brokers, but mainly insurance company, about building or creating a product. The answer, actually we received no answer because perhaps they didn't care. So we are working with a company from outside Romania, and also with the broker. And we are going to launch a pet insurance product in Romania. We have also a subscription based on prevention. And in the past 2 weeks, we started some discussion with a financial company to develop a product similar like this. The idea is the penetration rate in Europe is the highest in Norway, 50%. In UK, I think it's roughly around 25%. In Eastern Europe, below zero.
Under the sea level.
Yeah. So that is the situation. But like you mentioned, which is quite of intriguing in a way, there is a high demand from the pet parents. A lot of families are looking to have a pet insurance. And yeah, we have also a waiting list on that to put on the table the product that we are going to launch soon.
So it's a good niche for insurers, at least.
Yeah, especially. I mean, I was talking with Franco a couple of minutes ago before the panel, and also in Romania, I think there was some initiatives on the pet insurance side. I think they chose the wrong channel. They addressed to the vets. The vets is a vocational job, you know, and they don't have financial or business education. If you talk with the vets about EBITDA, they think it's a girl. You know, this is the reality, but they choose the wrong channel, and yeah, you might consider that you might lose some money in the pet insurance, but the data and the correlation that you can make with the human health insurance side compensate in a way and can be very profitable.
Thank you, Stefan. I should put you in contact with Adam. Adam is here. To
Jó napot
exchange,
kívánok!
to exchange some ideas, and maybe you can build something together for the both market, Romanian and Hungarian. Who knows? If you succeed, I will send you my invoice for commission.
Who is it?
Going now to Philip. Philip, you are doing more or less the same things, but on the human side. You are delivering the telemedicine services for humans. You are in competition with the insurers or some of their products, or not?
Okay. I send you my consulting bill then too, okay? All right, cool. No, honestly, all right, we look at ourselves as a complementary product. And look, it's not only from here. I have to tell you, look, we also bring 30 years of experience from the U.S., all right? Our company in the U.S. has been doing telemedicine for 30 years now, okay? We're the back end of Teledoc, which is #1 throughout the world, the biggest, okay? So our little states firm, but we're complementary. We see it's not competition. Look at it as a three-pronged electrical outlet, all right? #1, we're providing you service and making your lives easier, that you don't have to go get into a car or sit on a bus or in the middle of the night when your child is saying, Daddy, I have an earache. Mommy, I have a sore throat and everything, okay? Or you're waking up in the middle of the night, or you're sitting here and you're picking up the phone and you're calling us. All right, so we're servicing you to make your lives easier. And by the way, we're servicing you so you can pick up the phone and you can call, and we resolve 95% across the phone now. 95%. All right, that's an ongoing rate, and it's getting better. We resolve, and if you need a prescription, everything's done under 20 minutes. Where else can you do that? So it's making your lives easier, #1. So let's talk about the insurers now.
Have you thought
Okay.
to transform your subscriptions into the insurance policies?
Let's talk about what we're doing for the insurers right now, because look, most of the insurers, a lot of the insurers embed us in their applications now. All right, what does that do for you, the insurer? If we can resolve a call, if we can resolve a potential claim with a telemedicine call, guess what? Saves you, the insurer, a claim, correct? Okay. 3 on this, and I don't want to, I can go on and on and on, as you notice, okay? I can keep talking on this. 3, the data. I heard 2 of the insurance guys up here, Dragos being one of them, Philip Lucian being the other one, okay, saying, and one of the questions from out there was designing policies around data. And somebody was saying, oh, smart IoT devices. Guess what? We have about 50,000 IoTs out there with our people right now that we agglomerate the data with now. Everything that we're taking care. Plus, remember, we're doing thousands of calls a month, and we're getting all that data. Plus, we have 29 specialties, including psychiatric, nutrition, dietitians, personal trainers, everything. Imagine all the data. Now, again, it's data, and it has to be protected and everything, but everybody's screaming right now, especially to be able to, somebody brought up, do you design policies like the States does around lifestyle, okay? Guess what? In the States, we've been collecting that data 30 years now, okay? And our insurers are designing policies around a lot of that data. So it can be done here also, the same way. So it's three things getting done. And then you, the customer, you, the person, because you count, your lives are number one, are the people who are utilizing us on the B2B2C basis. The insurer, we're saving you a potential claim. And number three, we're collecting data that you can use for future to design policies that help your customers also.
Thank you, Philip. Now, because we are in delay or in almost half an hour, prior to close the stage, let's see if we have some questions from audience. Please.
Since the main theme is insuring the uninsured, what is the effort, for example, of telepost and telescare to replace doctors with AI? It can be done. Some initiatives in the United States are already doing that in some certain areas under some, but in Romania, I'm interested what is being done in Romania until now.
You'll never look the goal of everything, even the goal of AI. All right, utilization.
In order to lower the cost, for example.
Let's say though, the goals are never to replace the personalization, the personal touch of the doctor, no matter if it's face to face or no matter if it's via telephone to earn trust and everything. That will never be replaced because insurance, be it insurance, be it medical, be it is what? It's a human business. It's person to person. It's communications. So no, it's not, we're never going to replace a doctor with
completely
100%. And we don't want to. You don't want to because you develop a relationship with your doctor as you do with your insurer also. You develop a relationship in time.
But in certain areas, just saying, in certain areas in the United States, for example, the doctor is already replaced.
No,
in certain areas, in certain use cases. In certain areas, it's already replaced. I was interested if you had some initiatives going in the same direction.
We have on the vet side.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, for the human side, no.
I will give you the insight here because I have to agree with Philip. The doctors will never be replaced. Never.
Completely.
No, never. But, I heard today a lot of but. Though, there are specialized area like anatomopathology, for example, where there is a huge lack of specialists to give you the proper diagnostic and to guide the gynecologist in making the right decision. So AI will be a huge support in that.
Reducing the workload.
Sorry?
In reducing the workload.
Absolutely, in reducing the workload. But the vet or the human doctor will be never replaced.
But the
AI is a tool. AI is a tool, and if it's properly used by the doctors, it will help a lot in screening, not in diagnostics, but in second opinion and guiding. Okay, but in the upcoming 25 years, for sure will not be replaced. Look, perhaps in some particular specialized, very fancy surgeries on the brain or on other diffuse tumors, perhaps, but I don't think so. They will assist, but they will never be replaced. They will never be replaced.
It's interesting to say never.
It will never be replaced.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you to the audience. A big applause for our speakers.